Everybody wants to make money online, but most people are overcomplicating the hell out of it. They want to have a 12-week course. They want to have a fancy funnel. They want to have a $2,000 mastermind, but they haven't even sold a $20 ebook yet. So if you're new to this digital product game, or even if you've been in it for a while but aren't having consistent sales yet, then you're at the right place at the right time, because in this video, I'm going to break down 3 tiny digital products that always sell. Not sometimes, not when the algorithm is being nice to you, but always. And I've made over 7 figures online in my business with these 3. And the first one that I'm going to cover, I did a little over 900K with it. So if you stack these the way that I'm going to show you to stack them, you'll have a system that brings in sales for you every single week, even if you have a small audience. So grab whatever it is that you take notes with, because note takers are money makers. Let's get it. Here's what most people get wrong about digital products. They think small means weak. They think, oh, it's just the ebook. Oh, it's just a template. I need to build something big if I want to make some big money. No, you don't. You need to build something specific. The money doesn't come from size. The money comes from clarity. The smaller and more focused your product is, the faster someone can say, that's exactly what I need. And the faster they can say that, the faster they can buy. That's why I call these tiny digital products. They're small enough to build fast, but strong enough to sell forever. And the best part is that these 3 products feed each other. When you set them up right, one product becomes the marketing for the next. And it's only gonna take me about 5 minutes to break down these 3 tiny digital products. So if you don't have 5 minutes to spare, then you'll probably just end up building a business for yourself that cannibalizes itself, and each one of your products actually eats each other instead of each one of your products feeding each other. So if you don't have 5 minutes to spare, then feel free to click off of this video and just have a swell time failing. Hope you have a blast. But let's start with the OG of digital products. And that's going to be ebooks, right? So my very first digital product that I created that made a little over $900,000 was an ebook. I love ebooks. But a lot of people have the whole game backwards on what an ebook should actually be. So when I say ebook, I'm not talking about writing the next Harry Potter for entrepreneurs. I'm talking about a short, tactical, how to solve this one problem ebook. That's it. I'm talking about something that's like 20 to 40 pages max, something that somebody could sit down and read in about an hour and take action on it, implement it right then and get a result. And that's what a lot of people are missing. They're thinking about telling some type of story or talking about something that they just want to talk about. No, your ebook, it needs to be results driven, because people, yes, the only digital products and the only ebooks that are really selling are info products, right? But people, they don't want information. People, they want transformation. So if you could deliver a short and concise ebook, I recommend somewhere between 20 to 40 pages, but in reality, it doesn't really matter how long or how short your ebook is. The thing that matters is there a transformation that's delivered that fixes one particular problem for one particular person? If you can package up that solution into an actionable ebook, it's gonna sell like hotcakes. Now, ebooks sell because they do one thing. They lower the barrier to entry. They're low ticket, low risk, but high reward. Now, here's the game. You don't write for everyone. You write for one specific person. So if I use myself as an example, my first ebook that made a little over 900K, it was for people that were in a small niche in real estate. So I didn't make this ebook for everybody that wanted to get involved into real estate, because there's so many avenues and so many niches that you could get involved in real estate. You have fix and flippers. You have people that want to be landlords. You have people that want to do Airbnb. You have people that want to do rental arbitrage. You have people that want to do owner finance. You have people that want to do subject to, right? But I only spoke to people that wanted to learn about a small niche in real estate called wholesaling. And within my ebook, I gave them 99 ways how to find these wholesale deals to where they could basically flip the property without using any of their own cash or credit, right? That first ebook solved one specific problem for one specific person. Now, other people that I've coached in the real estate space, they say, oh, I want to make an ebook about real estate. Well, who is that for? That could be for the homeowner. That could be for the family that have 3 children that are looking for their forever home. That is going to be a totally different person than this person that will be interested in that. You have to be fixing one specific problem for one specific person. So, for example, if somebody happens to be in the health niche, for example, you don't just want to have an ebook about how to get healthy. What is the specific problem that somebody is dealing with to where they need to have better health for it? Could it be something about how to lose belly fat? Right? It could be the 6 ways to lose belly fat in 6 weeks. It's a specific problem for a specific person with a specific timeline. But that's not going to get the attention of somebody that has knee pain. That's not going to get the attention of somebody that has erectile dysfunction. That's not going to get the attention of somebody that has high blood pressure, right? This is a specific problem for a specific person. And then through your marketing, you can target that by giving all these tips, tricks, diets, exercises, and whatnot on how to lose belly fat, but not how to get in shape. So you don't write for everyone, you write for one specific person. And you don't teach 10 topics like most people that have this ebook talking about all these different topics, right? No, you want to solve one pain point. So you're speaking to one specific person and you're solving one specific pain. And then you don't fill it with fluff, you fill it with frameworks. Simple. If you want to get your first 100 sales online, this will be a great place to start because ebooks give you something more important than money. It gives you proof. Not only proof that you can get a result for somebody else, but proof that you can actually do this. Proof that your idea works. Proof that people will pay you. Proof that you can sell. And once you have that proof, you can level up. Now, the second product is a mini course. Once you've sold that ebook, it's time to turn that ebook into leverage. And this is where a mini course comes in. Now, notice I said a mini course, not a massive course. We're not making a 12-hour college course here. We're making a 60 to 90-minute course max that goes from what to do, which your ebook may cover, to how to do, which is what the mini course will cover. So for example, if you have an ebook titled 10 Scripts to Close Clients on Instagram, your course could be how to turn those scripts into a 7-day Instagram sales system. You see what I did there? It's the same topic, same problem, except now you're walking people through the application. Mini courses sell because they give people momentum. It's not just information, it turns into transformation. And the secret is you don't need fancy slides or studio lighting or a production crew. You can record your entire mini course just using a webcam, a mic, and a whiteboard or something if you don't like to use slides, like how I don't like to use slides. Or even a little insider info, I don't really tell too many people about this, outside of people in my community, but something else that you could do, you could also teach your mini course live. So something that I've done in the past is that I get a group of people together and I actually teach it live, and then I let them have access to the recording, and then I simply just sell the recording. Right? Or I may charge them to have access to the recording because I already know the crazy amount of value that I'm going to give live, and then I can teach in a more free way instead of just reading off a script or having something presented, because I like to do stuff more live, you know? I feel more energy when I'm actually talking to people versus just sitting there and talking to the camera, right? But then I may charge them money if they want to keep the recording. And then I can sell that recording as a mini course, or I could then take that recording after I know and I have a proof of concept that people actually got value from it. I can then actually make a nice, a little more polished course off of that recording. And then a little more insider information, just to give you a little game here. If you want to, you could take that recording, you get that thing transcript, right? And you can use the transcript. You can get that thing transcribed. And you can use the transcription if you're recording, and you can either take that entire transcription or you can take pieces of that transcription, and that can be your ebook. So you could literally create 2 digital products in one, just off of one live training that you did. That's just a little game. That's just a little sauce upon, say that Aston ain't never did nothing for you. But you don't need all this fancy production equipment like you may think that you need. People, they don't buy perfection, they buy progress. And when you position your mini course as the next logical step after your ebook, your conversions shoot through the roof. Because people don't have to think, they just follow the path that you built for them. And then the third product, this is where it gets good. The third product is going to be the retention engine, right? So the third product is going to be a community. Now, a lot of people don't think of a community as a digital product, but hear me loud and clear when I tell you, anything that you offer to where it's the deliverable of it is digital. It is a digital product. A community is a digital product. All these people, high level, $5, $10, $15, $20,000 masterminds is a digital product. And the community is my favorite digital product. But this is where it gets good, because let's say that you have your ebook bringing in attention. Let's say that you have your course bringing in cash. Now you need a way to turn those customers into lifers. And that's where the community comes in, because you get retention / lifers. This is the one that could build your empire. You see, a community isn't just like a Facebook group or a Discord server. It's a container for transformation. This is where your customers go from consuming your information to implementing it together. And there's so much power in that. That's where the real value lives. People will pay to learn, but they'll stay to belong. That's why when you combine your first 2 products with a strong community, you go from making sales to building a system. And system stands for saving yourself time, energy, and money, right? The great thing about a community is that with one-off sales, no matter how much money you make, you start each month off at 0 again and then have to climb again. The most money that I've made in my business in a single month is a little over $200,000, right? Well, guess what? On the first of the month, I was starting off at 0 again. Versus when you have a community, instead of reaching new heights, you're basically focused on raising the floor. So imagine if you were able to scale that same product that I made $200,000 with within a single month. Imagine if I raised the floor of a community to $2,000 per month. Even if I made $0 the next month, instead of starting off at 0, I will be starting off at a bottom line of $200K. It keeps your business growing even when you're not launching, and your best customers become your marketers, because it's a win-win proposition, because they're getting value the entire time within the community. Therefore, if they're getting value, they're getting results. If they're getting results, they're getting their desired transformation. And if they're getting their desired transformation, which is simply just a result, they're going to become evangelists for you. And if you're not familiar with an evangelist, I know it may sound like a religious term, but just think about it. An evangelist is simply just an ambassador. And even if you do take it to any religious scripture, an evangelist is somebody that received a transformation and then they go and they run and spread the gospel. Same thing happens in business. It's human nature. When we receive something good, whether it be a product or service, we go and tell other people about it. So then when they become an evangelist for you, you have testimonials. And then you can use those testimonials in your marketing to show other people that, hey, you got some good stuff and it actually works, which will get more people to tap in because they want to have that transformation that they've seen other people have. And it makes them feel more comfortable because you have proof that you can do what it is that you say that you do. And this can get a flywheel effect going, right? To where as your business grows bigger and bigger and bigger and faster and faster and faster, and it starts to compound on itself. Because look, all this stuff comes, remember when we were talking about the ebook, right? Everything in digital product creation comes from solving one specific painful problem for one specific person with that one specific offer, right? So with that in mind, we're only thinking about our avatar, right? To attract these people, we make the content only speaking to that one avatar. Highly suggest YouTube. YouTube trumps all. So then the algorithm will categorize your content to put you in front of more people, right? Because it uses organic traffic sources. So say something on YouTube, that'll be the home screen, that'll be the search bar, that'll be the suggested tab, that'll be external traffic from Google because Google owns YouTube, which will put you in front of more people that fit your avatar's profile. So then when you have your offer for them, one of these 3 digital products, then you get the money, then they get the transformation of the result. Then they become that evangelist for you, which leads to more people buying your offer. This is a system that you can create, which will save yourself time, energy, and money. And you don't always have to be going out trying to sell some stuff to people. All that you would have to do is focus on making some content for that one particular avatar. And that's why I say that you want to create a system around YouTube, because YouTube is an evergreen platform. So it's not about the work that you do today on YouTube. It's about that video that you post today, the people that they can be getting in front of to promote yourself and your offer for literally months, weeks, and years to come. Literally, my most viewed videos on a month-to-month basis are stuff that I did over a year ago. You don't have that compounding effect on social media, but YouTube does, because it's an evergreen platform, which for one, it's the number 1 search engine. Number 2 search engine. Because Google owns YouTube, so Google is the number 1 search engine. They own YouTube. YouTube is the number 2 search engine. And YouTube is the number 1 streaming platform, period. If you didn't know, YouTube is taking over Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, HBO Max. So it's the number 1 streaming engine, and it's the number 2 search engine. So with that, even just think about the videos that you consume. Just look at your homepage. You're getting suggested, not only are you getting suggested recent videos from people, but you're getting suggested videos from a couple weeks ago, months ago, years ago. As of right now, every time I refresh my YouTube home screen, I get suggested videos from the number 1 guy whose videos that I'm watching right now from 3, 4, 5, and 6 years ago. Because YouTube has seen that I'm watching a lot of his old content. So since it sees that that's what I'm into, it's starting to suggest me old stuff from him. And every single time he posts something new, it's suggesting that also. You don't have that compounding effect on social media. But I'm telling you, this is exactly how I built my community. There's credit at the top community. I started with an ebook. Then I went to mini courses. Then people wanted more, so I went to community. And I did them literally in that order. They wanted info and transformation here. But once I got to here, not only did they want info and transformation, but they wanted mentorship, they wanted accountability, and they wanted a room full of people that get it. And that's what a community really is. It's an upgrade from student to peer. Now let's put it all together. How do you stack these 3 tiny products into a business that not only builds your business, but builds your brand? So 1, you start with an ebook. It's easy to create, it's fast to build, it's easy to build, it builds proof, it builds buyers. Then you upsell those people into the mini course. Now, not only does this turn proof into profit, but it moves people from reading to doing, and that establishes your authority. And then you open the community. This turns buyers into believers, it scales retention, and it builds monthly recurring revenue. And this is powerful because it can compound over time, just like how your YouTube channel can compound over time. And you'll build a strong business If you can build both of these at the same time, you'll have a real strong digital asset of two strong assets that are both compounding over time. It's crazy. And that's how you go from selling products to building a system. And this isn't any theory. This is something that I've done over and over again. I've had ebooks that have sold literal tens of thousands of copies. I've had courses that have made hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars. And now I have a community that is the heartbeat to everything that I do. So I ain't telling you some stuff that I think, I'm telling you some stuff that I know, because it works if you work it. And not only did it work for me, but it works for all them that you see on the screen right now. If you're ready to make more working less online from stuff that you already know, go ahead and click the link down in the description to join It's Credit at the Top community. For personal coaching from myself, all my exclusive trainings, plus a private community and entrepreneurs, all designed to grow your business online. It's only a few bucks a day to join right now, literally less than a cup of coffee per day. So go ahead and click the link down in the description if you want to tap in, and I'll see you on our coaching call this Wednesday. But most people never start because they're still searching for the perfect idea. But the truth is, perfect never sells, execution does. Start small, start simple, start now. These tiny digital products have built empires, not because they're flashy, but because they're foundational. So go ahead and click the link down in the description and tap into the community. And I'll see you on our coaching call this Wednesday. And go ahead and check out this video right here about a complete system to build around your YouTube channel to drive traffic to your offers. And I'm telling you, you do not need a large audience. It's credit at the top.